Yeah. Cool. I am. Should it be this way or should it be that way?
That way.
Cool.
Okay. Well, hello everybody. I'm Andrew. Today I'm going to tell you why weight loss supplements, muscle builders, and energy boosting products are not regulated by the FDA and can be dangerous. What are thought of as everyday products for some can be dangerous if overconsumed. For my speaker credibility, I am a kinesiology sports medicine major, and I'm in my final semester, so I had to take a lot of health sciences classes, so I know a little bit about these, and I did some individual research. It's imperative to consider the FDA's opinion on supplements. Although they are not allowed to actually regulate them by law, they can always place their opinion. The effects of the fact that supplements not being regulated by the FDA are negative in every aspect. Specific dangerous supplements including DMAA, 5-Hour Energy, ephedra-containing weight loss products, and jacked muscle building have been linked to serious problems. And the FDA's role in protecting the consumer from dangerous substances is being set aside because of companies' greed and just overall need for more revenue, basically. The FDA is unable to regulate supplements by law because supplements are not considered food, which I thought was wrong. This inability to label supplements and regulate them causes general misconceptions concerning them. The general misconception is that if they're not food or product, if they're a supplement, then they're all natural. That's just a general misconception. And the American Cancer Association expresses the reason for dietary supplements going unregulated as follows. All prescription and non-prescription drugs are regulated in the United States by the FDA, but dietary supplements are treated more like special foods. There's a special foods name. The American Cancer Association goes on to say all drugs should be considered unsafe until proven safe. For me, that would be good to adopt and implement when considering supplements as well. And this special food idea should be thrown out altogether. Some specific supplements that are dangerous include DMAA, which is dimethylamine, 5-Hour Energy, ephedra-containing weight loss products, and jacked muscle building. And I'll go over a couple of these individual cases. According to Rachel Retner of the Health News Daily, DMAA, most commonly found in supplements promoted for helping muscle building and weight loss, can increase blood pressure and may cause shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, and heart attacks. This important information can go unannounced because the company is not required to put this information or any warning label on the bottle for the consumer to actually see, so they can ignorantly consume it and end up going into cardiac arrest if they have prior problems or heart dysrhythmias. In an article referencing 5-Hour Energy seen in the Huffington Post, Ryan Grenoble says that according to records for the Food and Drug Administration, popular energy boosters like 5-Hour Energy or Monster Energy, Red Bull, have been involved in several serious illnesses in the past decade, including more than a few deaths. 5-Hour Energy contains a B12 megadose. This B12 megadose is over 8,000% of the daily value for vitamin B12. And according to usingvitaminswisely.com, excess vitamin B12 has been linked to cancer and kidney damage because it's a water-soluble vitamin. And if you have 8,000% of your daily value 3 times a week, it's going to be a strain on your kidneys and your vital organs. As it's hard to find out really how bad the damage is as of now because this is a fairly new product. But for truckers and people who drink these every day, it's going to be pretty bad in the next 20 years, I'm guessing. So, as far as kidney failure goes, the jacked muscle building and all of these muscle building products that contain DMAA were just they took them off the market, but it took just way too long. So there was already a lot of ephedra containing weight loss supplements can be deadly. Just because they're natural doesn't mean they are not dangerous. That's one misconception again that people say about these. Jeffrey Kabat explained in an article published in Slate Health and Medicine that it took the FDA more than 10 years to remove some of these ephedra weight loss supplements from the market. And there are even hundreds of deaths, several coming from the birth wort plant, which was used in these muscle building supplements. Dangerous supplements should be taken off the shelves before these problems are seen, in my case, or at least studied well enough so that there can be a warning label so that the consumer can see what they might be getting themselves into. The FDA cannot enforce a common law to increase consumer safety, just due to these companies wanting to make more money. And that shouldn't be how it is. We should, as consumers, know what we are consuming. There shouldn't be just a small warning that says it's not regulated by the FDA. Consumer safety must be placed above product revenue in order to be morally correct in my eyes. It was the FDA under President Clinton that were allowed to initiate a series of steps to stop sales and marketing of cigarettes to underage people or children. So I think the FDA has proven they're here to protect the consumer, and they should always be allowed to protect the consumer, including supplements. They shouldn't be just unable to help the consumer in the ways of supplements. Supplements can be dangerous and should be subject to FDA regulations. If a particular supplement is dangerous, it should be marked with a warning on the product to protect the consumer if it's still left on the shelves. How many people need to unknowingly suffer from not knowing what's in their supplement just to allow companies to be greedy and not honest with their products? I'd rather hit home with one of these instead of bringing a visual aid or something and just bringing a 5-hour energy, because we probably all have these. But on the 5-hour energy, it says caution contains caffeine comparable to a cup of coffee, which is basically, they add that comparable word up because it's more like 8 cups of coffee. It's not even close to comparable to 1. I don't know how they get that in there, but all it says on here is this statement, and all the statements on this bottle have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. So it's a chance right here that you're taking. Obviously, if you have one a month or so, that mega dose is not going to be as hard on your vital organs as if you're a trucker or you drink these instead of coffee every morning. So I would just be careful with overconsumption. I mean, because I'm probably going to drink this one because I haven't had one in months, but overconsumption is really hard on your liver. I know with our professors here, this is the #1 product right here as far as long-term vital organ damage. So definitely a dangerous one. And I kept saying DMAA. I'll write out what the word really, because this is one of those ones that I cannot say. But I want you guys to watch out for this. Because it's in all the weight gaining products. Still. And you'll see why I didn't really say it right. I just took a shortcut. That's the one that you guys keep your eye out for. And it's going to be in illegal supplements as well, but I don't know, I didn't try to say it, but I couldn't. That was one of those ones that usually decent would be, but is there any questions about supplements or anything?
What do you think is worse, Rockstar, Red Bull, Monster?
Well, the Rockstar and the Red Bull aren't that bad because it's just the caffeine. They don't have these vitamin B12 8,000% megadoses in there. So for the energy drinks, you have to drink 3 or 4 20 ounces, to really have a caffeine, like there are caffeine overdoses, but with these it's more long-term effects on your vital organs that have to process these megadoses more than just the caffeine intake.
So are you saying that vitamin B12 in general is not good for you? Like if you take one vitamin a day, if B12
No, vitamin B12 is actually good for you. It's just, it's a water-soluble vitamin, so it's really hard on your kidneys to break it down. It's not really hard on your kidneys, but for a megadose of 8,000%, I mean, once a month it's all right, but if you're taking 3 or 4 of these things a week, it's too much. It puts a strain on your body, and it makes your body work way harder than it needs to. That's why with these people who take these before they do a track and field event or something, which is what I used to do, you have like your heart beat increases. That has to do with the caffeine, but also it's just your body has to work harder to intake all the vitamins. And it's a lot of it you just go to the bathroom and whiz it out, but it's still most of it. A lot of it has an 8,000% megadose. There's other megadoses in here too. Obviously, they're not going to say it. Actually, they are allowed to say the supplement megadoses, but they don't say what they do. So they have it also has the 2,000 vitamin B6, and then it has that 8,333% vitamin B12. So it has 2 megadoses really that are going to be hard on your vital organs, especially in kidneys. Is there another?